What's up, what's up, what's up? It's your girl and welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving deep, and I mean literally into the warm turquoise waters of the Caribbean. We're staging the ultimate showdown for all my fellow digital nomads out there, Aruba versus Bonaire versus Curacao, the ABC Islands. It's a tough choice, I know. You've seen the pictures, you've heard the hype, but you're thinking, okay, but can I actually live life there? Is the Wi-Fi legit, or am I going to be fighting a dial-up demon while my boss is blowing up my Slack? Don't you worry, I got you. We're breaking down the real. We're talking pros, we're talking cons, we're talking practical, everyday tips that you won't find in some glossy travel brochure. This isn't just about finding a pretty beach to stick your laptop on. It's about finding a community, a vibe, a place where you can thrive both professionally and personally. We're exploring places where our melanated skin can soak up the sun and the culture without the extra side of awkward stares. So, grab your notebook or just open the Notes app on your phone, because you're going to want to jot this down. We're about to get into the nitty-gritty of cost of living, internet speeds, visa situations, and most importantly, the overall vibe of each island. By the end of this video, you'll have a much clearer idea of which of these Dutch Caribbean gems is calling your name. Let's get into it. Alright, first up we have Aruba. They call it one happy island, and honestly, the marketing ain't lying. The vibe here is immediately welcoming. From the moment you step off the plane, it feels polished, it feels put together. It's the most Americanized of the three, which can be a pro or a con depending on what you're looking for. For a digital nomad, this means you're going to find all the creature comforts you're used to. Think reliable grocery stores with brands you recognize, plenty of Starbucks-esque cafes, and a general infrastructure that just works. The biggest pro for Aruba, hands down, is the internet. The connectivity here is top-notch, especially in the main tourist areas like Palm Beach and Eagle Beach. You can confidently take a Zoom call without that awkward freeze frame of you mid-sentence looking crazy. I found so many cafes like Santos Coffee and co-working spaces like Workspace Aruba that were not just functional, but actually inspiring to work from. Imagine your office backdrop being a literal postcard. That's the daily reality in Aruba. It's a smooth transition into the remote work lifestyle if you're a little nervous about taking the leap. Now, let's talk about the people. The social scene in Aruba is buzzing. It's very easy to meet other expats, tourists, and fellow nomads. There are always events happening, from beach yoga in the morning to happy hours that stretch long into the night. If you're someone who thrives on social energy and networking, Aruba is your spot. You'll build a community fast. I met some amazing people just by striking up a conversation at a beach bar. It's that kind of place, open, friendly, and always ready for a good time. But okay, let's keep it real. That polish and convenience, it comes with a price tag. Aruba is undeniably the most expensive of the ABC Islands. Your rent, your groceries, your Friday night out, it all adds up. You have to be diligent with your budget here because it's very easy to get swept up in the resort lifestyle and find your bank account looking real suspect at the end of the month. That's the trade-off. You're paying a premium for the ease and the amenities. Another potential con is that it can sometimes feel a little touristy. If you're looking for that raw, off-the-beaten-path experience, you'll have to work a bit harder to find it in Aruba. The main strips are dominated by big resorts and international chains. You have to intentionally venture out to places like Savaneta or San Nicolas to get a more authentic taste of Aruban culture. It's there, for sure, but it's not the first thing you see. It's something to consider if you're trying to escape the commercial feel of home. Let's talk logistics. For housing, you'll find everything from luxury condos to more modest apartments. Facebook groups like Aruba Long-Term Rentals are your best friend. Start looking before you arrive, because the good spots get snatched up quickly. I'd recommend staying in an Airbnb for the first month to get the lay of the land before you commit to a long-term lease. This gives you a chance to figure out which neighborhood fits your vibe. When it comes to getting around, renting a car is almost non-negotiable if you want to explore the whole island. The public bus system, Arubus, is decent for getting between the main areas, but for true freedom, like hitting up that hidden beach on the North Shore or exploring Aracock National Park, you're gonna need your own wheels. Just be prepared for the roundabouts. They are an experience. A test of faith, really. Let's discuss the work-life balance. In Aruba, it's incredible. The island's motto is "One Happy Island," and that extends to the lifestyle. After you shut your laptop for the day, you have world-class beaches at your doorstep. The sunsets at Eagle Beach are a religious experience. The water is calm, the sand is white, and it's the perfect way to decompress after a stressful day of answering emails. The separation between work and play feels very natural here. Now, for a practical tip, get a settler's policy. If you're planning on staying long-term, look into the process of becoming a resident. It can be a bit of a bureaucratic maze, but it opens up a lot of doors, like getting a local bank account and a local driver's license, which can make life significantly easier and cheaper. Do your research on the Declaration of Admission by operation of law well in advance. It's a game changer for serious nomads. Food-wise, you can eat like a king or on a budget. The big supermarkets, like Superfood Plaza, have everything you could ever want, including a fantastic wine selection. But don't sleep on the local spots. A pastiche from a roadside stand for breakfast? Life-changing. And you have to try the fresh seafood at Zerovers. It's an institution for a reason. Eating local is not only delicious, but also a great way to keep your costs down. So, the final verdict on Aruba? It's the perfect starter island for a digital nomad. It's safe, it's beautiful, the internet is reliable, and the social scene is vibrant. It's the easy choice, the comfortable choice. If you're looking for a soft landing into the Caribbean remote work life and you have the budget to support it, Aruba will not disappoint. It's paradise with a safety net. Okay, let's switch gears and head over to Bonaire. If Aruba is the life of the party, Bonaire is the cool, introspective cousin who's really into nature and knows all the best hiking trails. The vibe here is completely different. It's quiet, it's relaxed, and life revolves around the water. This is a place you come to disconnect from the noise and reconnect with the environment, all while staying connected to your Wi-Fi, of course. The number one undisputed pro of Bonaire is its natural beauty, specifically what's under the water. It's consistently ranked as one of the top diving and snorkeling destinations in the world. The entire coastline is a protected marine park. You can literally walk off the beach, stick your face in the water, and see a whole new world. For a digital nomad, this offers an unparalleled work-life balance. Imagine finishing a project and 10 minutes later, you're swimming with sea turtles. That's not an exaggeration. It's a Tuesday in Bonaire. The pace of life here is slow, and I mean that in the best way possible. There's no rush, no hustle and bustle. This can be incredibly conducive to deep, focused work. You won't have the constant distractions of a major tourist hub. I found my productivity actually went up in Bonaire because the environment was so peaceful. You can find a quiet cafe, put your head down and grind, and then reward yourself with some of the most serene nature experiences imaginable. Now let's talk about the cons, because paradise ain't perfect. The infrastructure isn't as developed as Aruba's. That laid-back vibe extends to, well, everything. Internet can be spotty, especially if you're staying in a more remote part of the island. You have to be intentional about where you rent. Ask specific questions about internet speed and reliability before you book. Having a mobile hotspot as a backup is not just a suggestion, it's a necessity. You don't want your career to depend on one fickle router. The social scene is also much, much quieter. If you're a solo traveler looking to meet a ton of new people every night, Bonaire might feel a little isolating. The community is smaller and tight-knit. It's more about forming deep connections with a few people rather than having a wide social circle. It takes more effort to build your community here. You have to actively seek out groups like joining a dive club or a local volunteer organization. And let's be real about the amenities. You're not going to find a massive American-style supermarket on every corner. The grocery stores are smaller, and the selection is more limited and expensive due to everything being imported. You learn to get creative with your cooking. It's also not a big shopping destination. If you need a new laptop charger or specific piece of tech, you might be out of luck. Plan ahead and bring everything you think you might need with you. For getting around, a vehicle is absolutely essential. Bonaire is famous for its shore diving, and the best way to experience it is by renting a pickup truck. You just throw your gear in the back and drive along the coast, stopping at the yellow-painted rocks that mark the dive sites. public transportation is virtually non-existent. Without a truck or at least a scooter, you'll be pretty limited to the main town of Kralendijk. Let's talk about the digital nomad visa situation. Bonaire, as a special municipality of the Netherlands, has some specific rules. Americans can typically stay for up to 6 months in a year as tourists. For longer stays, you'd need to investigate the declaration of admission by operation of law, similar to Aruba. But the process can be a bit more rigorous. It's crucial to consult the official government websites and not just rely on what you read in a blog post. Where to work? While there aren't a ton of trendy co-working spaces, many of the cafes in Kralendijk are very welcoming to laptop warriors. Places like Between Two Buns or Kaya Art and Taste became my go-to spots. The key is to find a place with good coffee, decent Wi-Fi, and an owner who doesn't give you the side-eye for camping out for a few hours. And honestly, some of my best work was done on my own patio, with the trade winds blowing and the parrots squawking in the background. A practical tip for Bonaire: invest in good water shoes and your own snorkel gear. The beaches are often more coral rubble than soft sand, and having your own gear saves you money on rentals and lets you explore spontaneously. Also, buy the Stinipa nature tag. It's required for entering the Marine Park and Washington Slagby National Park, and the money goes directly to conservation efforts. It's your ticket to enjoying everything the island has to offer. So who is Bonaire for? It's for the self-sufficient, nature-loving nomad. It's for the diver, the snorkeler, the hiker, the bird watcher. It's for the person who values peace and quiet over a bustling nightlife. If you're looking for a place to truly detox from the chaos of modern life, to focus on your work and yourself, and to be surrounded by breathtaking natural beauty, Bonaire is an absolute dream. It's a commitment, but the reward is a connection to nature that's hard to find anywhere else. Last but certainly not least, let's talk about the sea and the ABC's Curacao. If Aruba is the polished American cousin and Bonaire is the quiet nature lover, Curacao is the cool, artsy European sibling with a complex history and a vibrant personality. It strikes a fascinating balance between the other two islands. It has more development and nightlife than Bonaire, but it feels more authentically Caribbean and less commercialized than Aruba. It's a chameleon, offering a little bit of something for everyone. The biggest pro for Curacao is its culture. This island is bursting with it. From the iconic candy-colored buildings of Handelsgade and Willemstad, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, to the thriving local art scene in neighborhoods like Pietermaaie and Charloes, there's just so much to see and do that isn't centered around a resort. You can spend your weekends exploring historic forts, discovering hidden street art, and listening to live local music. It feels like a real place where people live and create, not just a vacation destination. The diversity of experiences here is a huge draw. You have over 35 beaches to choose from, each with its own unique character. You want a full-service beach club with cocktails delivered to your chair? Head to Jan Thiel. You want a secluded, rugged cove that you have to hike to? Go west to Playa Canepa Grande. This variety extends to everything: food, nightlife, neighborhoods. It keeps life interesting and prevents that island fever from setting in, because there's always a new corner of the island to explore. Now for the reality check. The internet situation in Curacao is a mixed bag. In the main city of Willemstad and the more developed neighborhoods, it's generally strong and reliable. I had no issues working from cafes or my apartment in the Pietermaaie district. However, if you venture out to the more remote western part of the island, Westpunt, you might find the connection gets shaky. Like with Bonaire, it's crucial to do your Wi-Fi homework before you sign a lease. A mobile hotspot is your best friend here. Let's talk cost of living. Curacao hits a sweet spot right between Aruba and Bonaire. It's more affordable than Aruba, especially when it comes to housing and daily expenses like groceries. You can find a decent long-term rental for a reasonable price if you look outside the most popular tourist zones. However, it's more expensive than the super quiet life in Bonaire, mainly because there's just more to do and spend your money on, from art galleries to a wider array of restaurants and bars. Getting around requires a car, period. The island is larger and more spread out than you might think. To truly experience the diversity of the beaches and explore the different neighborhoods, you need your own transportation. The public bus system exists, but it's not the most convenient for a foreigner to navigate, and it won't take you to all the hidden gems you'll want to see. Budget for a long-term car rental. It's a non-negotiable part of the Curacao experience. One of the unique aspects of Curacao is its language. The official languages are Dutch, English, and Papiamentu. While you can get by with English in the tourist areas, learning a few phrases in Papiamentu, like bonbini, welcome, or donkey, thank you, goes a long way with the locals. It shows respect and a genuine interest in the culture, and it will open doors to more authentic interactions. It's a beautiful, melodic language and a joy to learn. Housing options are plentiful and varied. You can find modern apartments in gated communities, historic townhouses in Peter Mai, or more secluded villas out west. Again, Facebook Marketplace and local rental groups are invaluable resources. I highly recommend spending some time exploring different neighborhoods before you commit. The vibe of Jan Thiel is worlds away from the vibe of West Punt. Figure out what you're looking for: social scene, quiet retreat, or something in between. Let's talk about the work scene. Curacao has a growing digital nomad and entrepreneur community. There are several dedicated co-working spaces like the Triangle Curacao, which offer reliable internet and a chance to network with other professionals. The cafe culture is also strong. Places like Van Gogh, Coffee, and Fleur de Marie Eatery are not only beautiful, but also very laptop-friendly. You'll have no trouble finding a spot to be productive. A practical tip for Curacao: embrace the toko. These are small, local neighborhood stores where you can buy snacks, drinks, and basic groceries. They're often cheaper than the big supermarkets and a great way to support local businesses. Also, make sure you understand the difference between a snipper and a gulden. While the official currency is the Netherlands Antillean guilder, or florin, prices are often listed in both, and US dollars are widely accepted, which can be confusing at first. So, what's the final word on Curacao? It's the island for the culture vulture, the explorer, the person who wants a bit of everything. It's for the nomad who wants beautiful beaches but also craves art, history, and a vibrant local scene. It offers a great balance of amenities and authenticity, social life and solitude. If you find Aruba a bit too polished and Bonaire a bit too quiet, Curacao might just be your Goldilocks island. It's just right. And there you have it, the ultimate breakdown of the ABCs for the working wanderer. From the polished, high-energy shores of Aruba to the serene, underwater paradise of Bonaire, to the culturally rich, colorful streets of Curacao. Each island offers its own unique flavor of Caribbean life, its own rhythm, its own set of challenges and rewards. There's no single best choice. The right island for you depends entirely on what you're looking for in your next chapter. Are you chasing community and convenience, or peace and nature? Or are you looking for that perfect blend of culture and coastline? I'm so curious to hear what you think. After hearing the real, which island is calling your name? Are you packing your bags for Aruba, Bonaire, or Curacao? Drop a comment down below and let me know which one you'd choose and why. And if you've already been, share your own tips. Let's build a community and help each other out. This whole digital nomad thing is a journey, and we don't have to do it alone. If you found this video helpful, you already know what to do. Give it a thumbs up, and please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next adventure. We've got so much more content coming your way to help you design a life you don't need a vacation from. Because at the end of the day, whether you're in an office or on a beach, no matter which island you pick, paradise is just a Wi-Fi connection away. Happy travels.